This is part 3 of why I think Sam Reid is perfect as the Vampire Lestat. I will focus on episode 5. I will talk about the scenes that I think better highlight Sam Reid acting skills. Before I begin talking about episode 5, I want to give fair warning to the people that feels triggered by the violent scenes of this episode. You might want to skip this video. I would like to point out once again that a good actor for me is the one that has the ability to portray difficult and complex characters. Lestat in the books goes through every facet and experience known to man. This makes a character like Lestat a dream come true to play for most actors, especially one as talented as Sam Reid. I think Rice would have been very proud of having someone as talented, beautiful, and charismatic as Sam Reid playing his beloved Lestat. Let's begin. Episode 5, A Vile Hunger for Your Hammering Heart. Claudia's diary scene. In this scene, we see Lestat looking haunted. I think not only because of the turning of Claudia, but probably Lestat was remembering decisions from the past that went terribly wrong. We see Lestat snap. When he had enough of Louis's worries about Claudia, he goes straight to her room and opens her coffin. Lestat finds her diary and starts reading it. He found some disturbing content. His face after reading part of her diary is absolutely wonderful. It is so funny to see Lestat freak out by the content of Claudia's diary. As I keep mentioning, Sam Reid does wonders with very limited screen time. I'm taking a moment to point out how good Sam is when it comes to give Lestat this little mannerisms that become part of his personality. Little things like flipping his hair, the way he walks, the way he smokes. This attention to details make us aware of why Sam Reid is so good at his craft. The Mark scene. The scene where Louis and Lestat are talking to Tom Anderson. He tells them about the many mutilated corpses the police found. Louis and Lestat realize this meeting with Tom was a trap, so the police could search his home without interference. Lestat stops the time. He stands up and goes where Tom is sitting and makes an X in his cheek. It's a little moment, but Sam Reid acting in here is brilliant. You can see the disdain he feels for Tom. The housewife and the mistake scene. The moment when Claudia is telling Louis about Lestat cheating on him with Antoinette. Let's just say that if looks could kill, Claudia would have died in that moment. Sam Reid expertly tells us everything with his face. No words are needed. Lestat is trying to minimize the damage with Louis, but he knows it's too late. We can see shame in him thanks to the facial expressions of Sam Reid. In the next scene, we can see Lestat is visibly affected by lack of affection from Louis. We can see Antoinette is waiting for him outside his home, but is so obvious he is not thrilled to see her. We noticed it thanks to the little smile Lestat makes. It is so effective in showing us she is just a poor replacement because he cannot have Louis. Lestat is still trying to make Louis interested in him. He gives Louis this funny line, "If my considerables continue to be squandered." It is Lestat's way of saying to Louis, "Look what you are missing." Unfortunately for Lestat, it's clear Louis is completely focused on finding Claudia's whereabouts. Sam Reid's performance in this scene is a complete pleasure to watch. The fight scene. This whole scene is a masterclass delivered by Sam Reid. When Claudia comes back home, we immediately see Lestat is not happy to see her. It's a little moment, but Sam Reid is splendid. We see Lestat just standing there with such a contempt look in his eyes, crossing his arms and looking like a beautiful fallen angel, all dressed in black with his big, beautiful blue eyes that definitely stand out more with this color. The entire exchange between Claudia and Lestat is a complete pleasure to watch, thanks to the skillful Sam Reid. We can see Claudia is fed up with Lestat's mockery of her and basically tells Louis to leave him and go with her. Lestat can't believe Louis is considering leaving him, after all he did for him when Claudia abandoned him. Lestat stays by his side. When Claudia utters to Louis, "You can find someone worthy of your love," this triggers Lestat. He goes and attacks Claudia. Louis intervenes and the fight begins. The way the argument between Claudia and Lestat started to escalate, is done masterfully by the talented Sam Reid. We see them mocking first, then we slowly start to see a little bit of fear in his face, then panic when Lestat sees Louis is taking Claudia's side, until it culminates in pure rage. The next scene that stand out for me is when Lestat is dragging Louis by the neck with his piercing fingers. Sam Reid's performance in here is superb. We can see all the emotions Lestat is feeling. We see heartbreak, but also the expression of someone who has nothing to lose anymore. When he tells Claudia it was never you. Lestat's facial expression here is of someone whose world has been completely shattered into a million pieces. Just first-rate acting done by the talented Sam Reid. The next scene we see is when Lestat takes Louis with him flying to the sky. We see one of the most devastating moments between them. Lestat is absolutely desperate to hear Louis tell him he is never going to love him, so he can finally move on. But Louis refused to say those words. This scene is so heartbreaking. Sam Reid acting talent make us care for Lestat, despite the horrific scene. We're looking at a vampire that has god-level kind of powers, whose only goal in life is to be loved. I mean, this is just pure gothic romance done to perfection. Then we see this shocking moment, when Lestat drops Louis from the sky. This horrific action is something that our beloved Lestat would live to regret. Then we can see in this scene Lestat coming down slowly. It is only a little moment that lasts a few seconds, but is wonderfully done by Sam Reid. We see the absolute personification of a fallen angel, not only due to Lestat's beauty, but his whole demeanor is so mystifying to me. That's it for now. Thank you for watching.